So if you want a quick and easy way to see like an interesting visual effect while you're working, then you can use the Workbench option. So the Workbench option is not really intended for final render, but it can give you a quick good look onto your models. So for that, I'm going to go around and then let's say I'm going to bring in, let's say something like a cylinder right here. Let me just bring this onto the side. And then I'm going to bring in something like the UV sphere right here. Let me bring it onto the side as well. Go around over here and let me bring in something like a cube as well. So once I do that, there you go. So I got a bit of objects as you can see. Let me just drag this onto the top over here. And then I'm going to bring in a plane as well. And then let me just scale this around just like this as well. So once I do that, I have this. And in order to work around with the Workbench, I'm going to go around onto the render mode right here, and instead of Eevee, I'm going to choose Workbench. So if you were to actually view this one, this is kind of a Workbench mode right here, as you can see, but I'm going to go to render mode, which is a Workbench right here. So Eevee is like a realistic render, it uses graphics card. Workbench is rather for working around. So once you go to Workbench, you can see that you can work around with the lighting. So you can go for studio lighting right here. You can click here and choose different sort of lightings right here. You can also enable out rotation and then click and drag this around to rotate this around, as you can see right here. The other things that you can do is you can enable things right here, such as backface culling right here. You can enable cavity, which actually allows you to see the greases right here. You can also choose a screen and so forth. Right here, like screen, you can choose whirl and so forth. You can increase the ridge amount, you can increase the valley right here, and you can see that this is how it looks. But rather than for final rendering, this is for visual appealing while you're actually working. You can also enable the outline right here, just like this, and then there are other options over here as well. Like you can enable shadow as well, but the shadow is not related to the light here, but it's rather related to this one right here. So you can go around right here and then just work around with it. So now if I were to go around, you can see that there's X-ray as well if you want to see through and so forth. So these are the settings. So you can go on to different modes right here, like random, which assigns random color to objects, the single, material, and so forth. And that's how you can work around with it. Another thing that you can do is go to matcap mode, which has different lighting settings that you can choose from. Like there's like this shiny mode right here, which you can use to see your materials in. You got this red, you got this colorful one as well, as you can see, and you can choose the one you like. And then you can also go around over here and then choose around different modes right here to see how it looks. You can see that working around with this shiny modeling area is much more pleasing to the eye as well compared to working with a flat view. Talking about flat, there's also flat view. So if you want to keep things simple, you can work around with flat view as well. You can go to different modes right here, just like this, and then work around with this, choose the color, and then work around with the flat view according to what you like as well. And those are the Workbench options that are provided to you so that you don't have to get bored while you're actually modeling things inside of Blender, so that you can add in some visual appeal to it. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.